Hey friends, I wanted to shoot this quick video for you and share the speech that I just did over at Toastmasters. I joined this Toastmasters a few months ago because I really wanted to get better at public speaking, and I was the newest member that entered the speech contest and won first place with this speech. So hopefully I do it justice in refilming this for you today, but I thought there was some important lessons for you that can help you. My name is Shauna Anderson-Newt. I'm the owner of Spitfire Advertising, and I help my clients build deeper relationships, grow their business. We do promotional products marketing. We help you make your brand human so you reach your goals. Today, we're going to talk about stretch goals. Have you ever set one? It's not your regular goal. It's a goal that you're really going to stretch yourself in order to achieve. It's harder than an average goal. I want to share with you a journey that I've been on the last few months after having major surgery and 3 lessons I learned along the way. This will help you. It was about 1.5 years ago and I started having health issues. I went to see a specialist and he said, good news, we can fix it. But it's going to be major surgery. It will take you 8 weeks to recover and you cannot work during that time. I said, Doc, wait. I don't have a physical job. I sit on my computer. And besides, I own my own business. I can't go 2 months without working. He said, sorry, that's what you're going to have to do. I left his office and I thought, you know, and maybe you felt like this before too, he's probably talking to everybody else because it's not going to take me 8 weeks to recover. I hike almost every weekend. I walk 4 miles a day. Recently, I hiked to the top of Half Dome. For the last 6 years, I've gone out to San Francisco and I've done that 39-mile breast cancer walk in a weekend. So there's no way that this surgery is going to take me 8 weeks to recover from. In fact, I'm going to show him. I'm going to have that surgery on a Wednesday, and the following Monday, I'm going to be back at work, even if it's just for a few hours. Because his rules are not applying to me. I'm sure you've had things happen in your life where you felt like that. Well, luckily, I had 2 girlfriends who had one of the surgeries I was having. I called them up and I told them my plan. And you know what they said? You are fooling yourself. You better adjust your expectations. Oh. So I did. I allowed myself 3 to 4 weeks to recover. Seemed reasonable. So that's lesson number 1. Lesson number 1 is find somebody who's already accomplished what you want to achieve and set, hear this, realistic expectations, not what I did. It is now July 19th, 2017. I go in for surgery. It's 5 hours. There are things that happen to your body after machines are breathing for you for 5 hours that you don't even understand are going to happen. Came out of surgery and doc said, good news, everything went great. For the next 2 weeks, I have 3 goals for you. All you need to do is not get pneumonia. So here's some breathing exercises that you need to do 5 times a day. Goal number 2, at the end of those 2 weeks, I want you walking 3 times a day, 5 minutes each time. I thought, well, that's easy. I'm a walker. I'll nail that one and more. And goal number 3 is no stairs. Yes, I understand. You have a 2-story home and your bedroom's upstairs. You are not to come down, so just pretend like you're Rapunzel. And remember, when you're up there, there is no work. But you can watch as much TV as you would like. That might sound really wonderful for a lot of people, but I don't really watch TV. It was torture. But I decided I was going to be a good patient and I listened. And at the end of the 2 weeks, I went back to see my doctor and he said, great news, no pneumonia. And I said, yeah, and I'm ahead of schedule at 7 minutes 3 times a day. I didn't do those stairs either. I didn't tell him though that I was working a little bit. I looked at him and I said, okay, doc, what's the next set of goals? He said, it's different for everybody. I can't tell you. I said, no, doc. I'm a goal setter. I set goals. I achieve goals. Like, give me some goals. He said, the goal is to listen to your body. There you go. That's all I'm told. What do I do with that? I left his office and I decided when I'm out on my daily walks, I'm going to set landmark goals. So right now I was walking to the corner, and then it was going to be that tree next to it, and then it'll be that fire hydrant. That'll work. I'll progress slowly. At week 3 after surgery, I had to fire a team member. Yeah, not fun, which meant I had no other choice. I had to work. What I didn't know is that when you use your arms, even though you're laying in bed and you have a bed tray with a top and you're just on your computer, it can cause your sternum to swell, which means you feel like a human dartboard with darts being thrown all over your torso. It is painful. It hurts to even set up for any length of time. I was having setbacks. I was frustrated. I felt like I was living in this stranger's body and I didn't have the instructions, and I no longer trusted myself to make the decisions on what I should be doing. I needed to get an accountability partner because I do know that works. I reached out to my husband and I said, "Hey, hon, I really need your help." And he said, "Oh, it's about time. You want to listen?" I was like, yeah, thanks. So he looked at what I was doing and he tells me, "You're setting landmark goals when you're walking. That means you have good days, you have bad days, and you're constantly making your body walk the same distance. That's why you're having trouble." It's like, "Yeah, you're pretty smart." So I said, "What do I do?" He said, "Time goals. You walk that same amount of time because when you walk slower, you don't have to walk that same distance." Pretty smart. And he says, "You're working way too much. You're allowed to work this amount of time every day. Whatever you can complete in that time is what you get to do, and that is it." Not what I wanted to hear, but I knew he was right. I actually implemented what he told me. I know you guys should be really proud of me because I'm a little stubborn sometimes. And I started making progress. So that's lesson number 2, is get an accountability partner. They're going to help you along the way. At 8 weeks, I went back to my doctor and I walked in and I said, "Hey doc, guess what? It's 8 weeks and I am nothing close to being back to normal." He said, "I didn't say you'd be back to normal. I said recovery. That means now that you can drive a car. You can now walk without somebody walking with you. And now I will allow you to work a little bit each day." What? And your heart and your lungs aren't even going to go back to normal for 1 year, let alone the places on your body where we did the surgery. I couldn't believe what I just heard. This was the worst news. All I could see was how far away I was from my goal of getting back to normal. It was going to take me so long. I was gaining weight. I was losing muscle tone. I was exhausted all the time. My life revolved around taking naps. It was ridiculous. I was spiraling in negativity. And then in January of this year, I went to my industry's trade show and I met probably the most negative person I've ever met in my entire life. One of those people that their negativity is coming at you and it's like sticking to you and you're trying to get it off. Yeah, that person. But the blessing was in that moment, I realized I had become her and I didn't like it. It was time for me to flip a switch. Instead of focusing on that goal and how far away I was, I needed to look behind me. I needed to look back and say, "Look how far you come." Remember those days when you can walk 7 minutes 3 times a day and that was an achievement? You're now at 2 miles a day. I need to celebrate all these little wins along the way. And that is lesson number 3 for you. Because I want you to realize when you have a stretch goal, you are pushing yourself farther than you ever have. You are outside your comfort zone. So you need to stop focusing on that goal and enjoy the journey. Celebrate those wins. And that is lesson number 3 for you. I hope that by sharing my journey with you today that it helps you next time you set your stretch goal. And remember the 3 lessons. Number 1 is find somebody who's already achieved what you want to achieve and set realistic expectations. Number 2, get an accountability partner to help you along the way. And number 3, Don't be focused on that goal. Enjoy the journey. Because you know what? Baby steps, even though they don't feel like it, they're still steps. I hope you have an awesome day. Please share this with anybody who you know needs to hear this message. Whether they're going through something now, they've set some stretch goals, there's lessons along this whole video that can help you and other people that you know. Remember to follow us on social media. We are always giving out tips that'll help you grow your business. This also is one that can definitely grow your business. It's actually a little different than I normally do for you, but I thought it was important to share the message with you after I received so many wonderful comments at Toastmasters when I just did this speech. I look forward to seeing you again next week. And remember to smile, because happy looks good on you. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. There you go. We try to be in a variety of places so you can find us on your favorite social media channel. We also have our blog. But the best place to be is on our email list, because you're going to find these great tips. You're going to have exclusive specials that we don't give out to everybody else. And you, by the way, are our favorite people who are on our email list. So thank you. Have a great day.